If you have an abdominal separation called Diastasis Recti, which is common after pregnancy, then follow along with me in this gentle exercise routine with 4 beginner exercises to help reduce that separation and make your core stronger. I'm Dr. Alex Hill, your physical therapist for everything pelvic health, and I'm a board-certified women's health physical therapist. Let's work on that core. Diastasis recti is a common condition that affects many people, especially after pregnancy, but you can also develop it without being pregnant. It occurs when the muscles that run down the center of your abdomen separate, causing a gap. You might see some pooching or doming out as you do activities like abdominal exercises or even just daily activities like bending over or lifting things. In this video, we'll be focusing on 4 exercises that are perfect for beginners. All you need is a mat or towel to lie on the floor, but if you have a difficult time getting down onto the ground, you can also do these exercises in bed. Before you start any new exercise routine, check with your medical provider first. As we go through these exercises, I want you to really focus on 2 primary things. The first is making sure that you don't hold your breath. Making sure that you breathe and coordinate your movements with your breath is going to be really important for managing the pressure in the abdomen and starting to reduce that separation and strengthen the core. The second thing that I want you to monitor with every single exercise, especially as your muscles start to get fatigued as we go through these exercises, is to make sure that your abdominals stay flat and pulled in. If you notice that you're starting to pooch out or dome out at the belly where you have that separation, reset the exercise, draw in your abdomen, and really focus on engaging so that you're not pooching out. The first exercise is an isolated transverse abdominis contraction, or a TA contraction. This is a really deep core muscle that's really big. It starts at your spine and ribs, wraps all the way around the front, and acts kind of like a corset. This is going to be really important to work on to start reducing that separation and to help strengthen the core muscles.
This is not a pelvic tilt that we're doing with this exercise. It should feel more like you're drawing your pelvis or your hip bones together. To find the muscle, you're going to place your hands at the lower part of your abdomen between the belly button and the pubic bone. That's the area that you want to really be focusing on. What you're going to do is breathe in through your nose, and as you breathe out through the mouth, you're going to draw in that lower abdomen. Again, it should feel like you're drawing your abdominals in towards the middle. Go ahead, breathe in, breathe out, and engage. Breathe in. Really fill that abdomen with air. Breathe out and contract the lower abdominals. As you do this exercise, you should also feel the pelvic floor muscles draw up. You should feel them contract as well because those muscles contract together. So breathe in, breathe out, and engage. Again, you should feel your lower abdominals draw away from your hands, pull in towards the middle. Breathe in. Breathe out and contract. Breathe in. Breathe out and contract. If you're having a hard time engaging and finding those muscles, imagine like they are a corset. So as you draw in, you're cinching them closed. So let's try that. Breathe in and cinch closed. As you breathe out, breathe in and breathe out. Good, we'll do that a couple more times. Breathe in and exhale, contract. Breathe in Breathe out and contract.
Next up are heel slides.
As you can see, I put on some socks. I think this is a little easier to do depending on your surface if you have some socks on to make it easier to slide. With this exercise, just like with the first one, we're engaging the lower abdominals. This is going to help keep us stable. What you're going to do is engage the abdominals as you slide one foot out and then back up. We're going to alternate sides, keeping the abdominals engaged the whole time. You should not feel that your back lifts up or arches. You should also not feel that your hips are shifting from one side to the other. So let's go ahead and start this exercise. Go ahead, breathe in. Engage those lower abdominals. Breathe out as you extend one leg and bring it back up. Breathe in. Engage, breathe out as you slide one foot out and back up. Good. Now, if you can keep your abdominals engaged that whole time, perfect. Keep them engaged as you do this entire exercise. If you can't and you have to reset after each slide out, that's also okay. All right, so go ahead and breathe in, engage throughout that whole movement. Breathe in, engage, breathe out as you extend and come back up. Again, keep those abdominals engaged if you can. Keep that spine neutral. Don't let it extend or arch back. Go ahead, engage, breathe out as you slide one foot out and back up. And the left. Breathe in, engage, breathe out, extend, nice, slow, controlled movements. Breathe in, engage, breathe out. Good. Again, if you feel your body moving, really activate those abdominal muscles. Keep yourself as still as possible. The only thing that should be moving is your leg out and back. Everything else stays nice and stable. We're engaging those abdominals the whole time. As we continue to do these heel slides, I want you to check your lower abdominals. Check where your separation is from that diastasis recti. If you feel or you see a doming of those abdominals, go ahead, pause, reset, re-engage those abdominals. You can go in a smaller range initially if you can't maintain that abdominal contraction for the full extension of the leg. So you can just do it in a smaller movement first. We've got a couple more. We're doing 10 of each exercise. Good, slow movements, quality movements. Really engage those abdominals. Keep breathing through it. Remember, we want to maintain that pressure in the abdomen so we don't have too much. Breathe in, breathe out, engage and extend. Breathe in, engage, extend. Excellent job. Keep it up. Keep those abdominals engaged. Keep them drawn in. Don't let them pooch out. If you feel confident with maintaining the abdominal contraction, you don't have to feel it the whole time. You can simply have your arms resting by your sides.
The third exercise are elevated heel taps.
You're going to have your legs up into a 90-degree angle, and you're going to, again, engage your lower abdominals, and you're going to exhale as you tap one toe and then bring it back up to the starting position. Exhale and come back up. If you have your knees closer to you, that makes it a little bit easier. And if you have them farther, so really at that 90-degree angle, that's going to make it more challenging. So again, drawing in the lower abdominals, exhale with the movement, keeping your back flat against the mat and nice and neutral. We're going to go ahead and do 10 of these. Again, if this feels a little challenging to do, that's okay. We're starting out here. You can bring them in closer to your body, make it a little bit easier to maintain that abdominal contraction. Check and make sure that you're not pooching out. We want to keep it engaged that whole time. Exhale, breathe in, exhale, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So always breathing out with those toe taps.
All right, the fourth and last exercise is called the dead bug exercise.
You're going to have your knees up into that same 90-degree angle like we just did. You're also going to have your arms up. Now what you're going to do is, again, engage your lower abdominals, and you're going to breathe out as you do the movement. Keep those abdominals tight. So you're going to extend the opposite arm and leg. Okay, so you're going to breathe out, breathe in, and then breathe out as you extend the opposite arm and leg. Okay, again, keeping engaged. If you need to bring your knees in to make it a little bit easier, that's okay. Otherwise, you can keep them out at that 90 degrees, really engaging that lower belly, drawing it in as you do the movement. Let's go ahead, get set up, draw in that lower belly, breathe out as you extend, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, keep that back neutral. Keep those abdominals engaged. You can check in between, make sure that you're not pooching out. Nice, slow, controlled movements. In between each movement, if you need to reset, that's okay. Nice, slow, controlled movements. Feel those abdominals working. Breathe out, extend, breathe in, come back up, breathe out, extend, breathe in, come back up.
Great job with these exercises. We just did 10 repetitions of each of those 4 exercises. If you want a full routine, go ahead, start back at the beginning with that first exercise where we isolated that TA muscle, and redo all of those exercises 2 or 3 more times so you're getting 2 or 3 sets in for a full workout routine. With these exercises, start out with sets of 10. Do these exercises 3 times a week, and then you can progressively increase the reps and the intensity and difficulty of these exercises as your core gets stronger. Again, if you find that your abdominals are starting to pooch or cone out, reset, draw those muscles in, work on engaging that whole time. If you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, I would love if you could like this video and subscribe to my channel for more exercises on how to work your core and your pelvic floor.